that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And, Charles, I know Ryan Shazier, who made that tackle, a youngster you like a lot.
I love him, and I liked him a bunch coming out of Ohio State because the more this game leans towards speed and less on bulk, that's where Ryan Shazier excels because of his ability to run down plays. If anything goes away from him, he'll chase it. A lot of the time, he can run with tight ends, running backs downfield, and pass coverage. That only helps his outside linebackers like James Harrison and Bud Dupree get to the quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's second down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got time in the pocket. And this is caught. It's Bryant, and it's a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 51 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And last time out, now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum. He finds Roberts complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. Room here to run. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. Let's see how they attack him here. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Here's Carr to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, so a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. D'Angelo Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And his kick is good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The slot man in motion right. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015, followed that up with 788 last year. Now also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788, because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Steelers set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Flushed out right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, you know, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017, because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, boy, you can make bigger plays downfield.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some set.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Malcolm Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Dan Williams there to make the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run it again with Williams. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Calling a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Roethlisberger. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Now Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Eli Rogers from 19 yards away. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Defense showing blitz.
3 down, 3 down. Hurry up, let's go. 180.
Roethlisberger looking to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's get back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And the back goes into motion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Carr, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Green, the tight end, in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.